Hi, Miss Red Vegan here for another Monday night edition of Ask Me Anything. Stay tuned because at the end I want to give you guys some kind of insider information about working at a museum, at an art museum, and how just some things that you might not know that I think might be interesting. So stay with me at the end. I'll talk about my museum job. So this morning, before I start with the questions, I want to tell you guys about, I took a kickboxing class. There's in West Boylston, there's this place I Love Kickboxing that opened up fairly recently, and I've been meaning to give it a try, and I finally did this morning, and it was really fun, so I'm going to give that a go and keep that up. Let me know if any of you guys do that as well, just out of curiosity, or if you have any questions about that. It was pretty fun. So I guess I'll just jump right into questions. Feel free to ask me questions on here too. I'm skipping ones where I've answered them in past videos. So if you don't hear my answer to your question, maybe check out past videos, or maybe I don't know, missed it or didn't have a good answer for it. Okay, so somebody asked what my favorite flower is, and it is the plumeria. So I fell in love with it when I was in Hawaii, which was probably 7 years ago, I guess. I have a tattoo. One of the tattoos on my foot has a plumeria on it. So yeah, that's my favorite flower. Although I gotta say, I love flowers in nature, but I'm not a fan of getting flowers. So don't send me a bouquet or anything, anyone, because I feel like it's just one more thing that I need to take care of. I see it as a chore, and then I find it sad when the flowers die and all that. So one of my weird things about me. Not a fan of getting flowers as gifts. Okay, somebody else asked about what I do for yoga and mentioned that they started doing the yoga with Adrienne online. I love her. She's awesome. I've done probably most of her videos when I've done yoga at home. To be honest, I haven't really been doing much yoga lately. I've been so busy with all these other things in my life, trying out new things that I haven't been doing, my old standby things that I love. For years, I went to this studio called Metro West Yoga that's in Westboro. There's one here in Worcester too, and did hot yoga there. I all kinds. I don't know. And I probably should get into doing it again, but I've been so busy with everything else, I really haven't had a chance. But anyway, yoga with Adrienne's a great way to go if you do yoga at home. Her YouTube videos are great, and she has a very cute Dougie. Okay, somebody asked about what movies I've seen that might win Best Picture or whatever, the Oscars. I have no idea, because I've only seen 2 movies recently, Joker and Hustlers. They're both great. I'm assuming Joker is going to win a ton of awards, and it should. But as far as the Oscars, I have no idea. I'm so, you guys don't realize how out of touch I am. I have no idea what other movies have played, what I have no idea anything. Not even close. So sorry. Okay, and then I was also asked about Valentine's Day, if I had any special plans. And my special plans this year are that I'm going to meet my girlfriend in Paris for just a quick 4 days. I have a friend who lives in Italy, and so we're gonna meet over in Paris this time. I haven't seen her in a couple of years, so it's gonna be awesome, and I'm excited, and I've never been to Paris, so if you have any advice, vegan places there or anything, let me know. I'm not seeing, oh, here it is. For some reason, my messages weren't scrolling, so so I'm just now seeing all your messages. So I'm sorry if somebody asked. Okay, then now I'm caught up. Okay, so that's all the questions, but I want to tell you a little bit about what it's like working at an art museum. And so if you have any specific questions about that, let me know. Oh, thanks. You like my nails? They matched my tights kind of today. So I did flowers on them. Oh, sorry, the lighting is terrible right here. But I did the flowers on them because at the museum we had a big event called Flora this past weekend. So it's always a big deal. We always I'll wear flowers, and it's the whole thing. So check out my pictures, my posts, if you want to see about that. So I manage the customer service team at work during the weekdays, which is just Wednesday through Friday. There's another woman who does it on the weekends, and it's an amazing place to work. So one thing that people might not know is that you can get into working at a museum. You don't have to have any experience. I have my college degree is just in business management. I have an MBA too, but I definitely didn't need one for this job. I don't think I needed a college degree at all for this job. For me, it started out as just a fun job, part-time job, and it's kind of grown. But you can just look online for museum jobs and start entry level, and if it's something that you're interested in, you can grow into bigger positions. Obviously, if you want to be like something in conservation or something, you would need a art degree of some sort. But just to get your foot in the door at an art museum, you can just be anybody. So they're always hiring. There's like any other entry-level jobs, they're always hiring for customer service and security guards. So those are the best places to get in if you wanted to kind of see what it's like. Let me know if you have any questions about museum stuff. Okay, one thing that people don't know about museums, and this is pretty much, it's most museums, is that by far most of the collection is in storage at any particular time. So yeah, when you are going through a museum, you're actually only seeing a tiny percentage of what the museum owns. So like for my museum, you can look online to see the full collection, and you can make appointments to see things that aren't currently being shown, and they'll sometimes rotate stuff in and out to show. But a lot of things, like especially if it's like paper goods, they can only really be out in the light for short periods of time, and only occasionally, so as not to be damaged. So they're in storage 99% of the time. And so I always like to think of that when I'm going around a museum. Another thing that you might know, and I would hope everyone knows this, but you'd be shocked at how often this happens. People are always trying to bring in like art, like just walk in the door like we have some sort of art drop box. We do not. You can't just donate something that you found in your grandma's attic to the museum. We're not interested. And so don't do that. And we also get phone calls all the time of people being like, I found this thing in my house. I'm pretty sure it's worth $1 million. First of all, probably it's not. But we don't take stuff as the museum. Like, they go out and look for art. You don't just bring it to them. Like, we don't need your help putting the art in. So what you would do, and what we always do, is send people to an auctioneer house to find out the value of their pieces. Another thing that happens so often, which don't do this, is you can't just walk up to the desk of a museum and be like, I paint, can I have an exhibit here? No, that's not how it's done. You can do that at a gallery, like a local art gallery. We have an amazing one here in Worcester called Sprinkler Factory. That's where you should go to show your art. You can't just walk into a fine art museum and be like here, can I have a show? No, we'll find you if you're, that's how it works. Another thing that you might not know about museums is that everybody who works there is an artist. Everybody from the cafe staff to the custodians to the security guards, everyone's an artist. And I don't paint or draw like most of my coworkers do, but I'm an actress and singer and comedian now and things like that. So we all are very much artists, and also we're all very highly educated, and I think that surprises people because sadly we're working in like entry-level jobs that make no money. But we're all a bunch of overqualified people working at the art museum. So that's just a little insight of things that I thought you might find interesting about my my job. And if you ever have any questions, feel free to ask me about anything in my life. So I love sharing with you guys, and I love chatting with you guys every week. So. Oh, I also want to remind you, since we were talking about Valentine's Day, that's coming up soon, like, what is it, like maybe a little over 2 weeks. So don't forget to send me your presents. I expect presents from all of you. So, yeah. Okay, thank you. Good to see you guys. And I'll talk to you again. Oh, thank you. I feel like my voice is lower than normal, but I don't know, like, you guys are too sweet to me. Okay, so I'll talk to you next week. Bye.